Yeah, welcome to Switzerland. Beautiful Urner See here. Sorry when the video is a little bit noisy. This is where we rig and park the car. So today I'm going out for my I think 20th session on the Lahoma inflatable wing and the Lahoma board inflatable. And by the way, I'm Mark. I work for a German and a Swiss web shop, and we sell all kinds of wings. But the big surprise this year has been the Lahoma wing. I love it. It's super good, and we'll go in detail. Here comes my buddy here on his Nash. Woo! Yeah, dude! Riding high! Yeah! And I'm just gonna run the highlights here, not to bore you too long. First of all, it's the lightest wing that we have had in our hands here. And it's not just me, we've got a bunch of people here. So the reason is the material. So this is called Tegin material, Tegin, and it's a triple ripstop material. And this is basically expensive material. It's expensive to buy it, and you need to buy a large quantity. You need to make a lot of wings in order to make it economical. Well, long story short, this wing has it. Let's say modern shape. So it has a big V, and that gives a lot of pulling power. Well, what does it mean when I say a lot? What I mean is, if you compare this, for instance, so this is the 5 meter. If you compare it with a 5.3 from Nash or a 5.4 from Slingshot, this 5 meter has more pulling power. And what I really like about it is that at the same time it also has a great top end. So pulling power, I mean, is low end, so when there is little wind, and top end, I mean that in the gusts it flexes out super good, so you're not jerked into a catapult or whatever. So it's and a good low end and a good top end, and that's what makes it for me a great wing. Other than that, it wants to go actually. Looking a little bit here at the handles, they're like this is like EVA material, what you see on the deck pads of SUPs. And what it does, it's not biting into your fingers. So I can do a 4-hour session almost non-stop with this wing because it's just gentle in my hand. What I also like about it, because they stick out, is that when I go into the jibe and I need to, change hands above me while I'm concentrating on my board, I find the handles easy. They're easy to catch, so you don't miss them. I mean, you have some handles with some brands where they're really close to this middle strut, and then you can miss them, but with these you always get them. There are like 3 handles, perfectly placed. Let's say that in gusty weather, and hard winds, I use the back one, otherwise I go for the 2 middle ones. It has a harness, so trapeze option. It has 2 inflation points, so this is great. You can leave your middle strut inflated and only let the air out of the main strut here, and then put it in your car, so you are quicker on your way. But it pumps up pretty fast anyway. I'll show you the tall and lean pump, which pumps very efficient. Very nifty is that the pump here, this basically is the same pump that you can use for your board as well as for your wing. So I attach my leash actually here on the front handle and not on this riddle rope. Other than that, these things you really need to have in your hand and try them out, and then you know what I mean with that it's a great wing. I can just compare it to the other stuff that we sell, and especially at the price point that they're offered, it's a real good value for money. So I'm not going to make it any longer than this because I want to go out and wing a bit myself. All Alright, review of the Lahoma. Wow. When your leash gets tangled in your GoPro.